Alright guys, Tattoo for you, Richard here. It's time for a little showcase. As always, at the end of this video, I will do still photos so you can get a better look at this, since this isn't a very good showcase method. I'm still learning this business. But anyway, here we have my daughter's Hive Tyrant. Or actually, this one would be the Swarm Lord, I guess. I don't necessarily know the difference. We are lacking in the Codex right now. And surrounded by it, we have my her five Ripper Swarms. So 2 of these you saw me do earlier in a video on how to do the basing on these guys. I finally got around to finishing it. Oh, that one's got a little, need to put some more black on the edge of that base there. But I'll leave a link in the description below with the tutorial of how I did these. So, have them look like they're bursting out of the snow. Sadly, my daughter's been super busy with school and stuff, so she's not been able to really work on things as much as she would like. So that's why I'm finishing this video and finished a bunch of stuff up for her. So let's go over these real quick. A couple of these, 2 of them were already done, and then the others I just finished, so they're still a little bit, they're not wet, but the snow effects haven't fully set yet. I feel like this is one of the new ones too. So it makes it look like they're coming out of a big snow pile, and I imagine like other rippers underneath that snow pile as well. Yeah, this is one of the original ones I've done. But here we have the Swarm Lord variant, done in the typical ice blue. I'm going to pause for a second to see if no flash works. Where's that? You can see kind of more the natural colors maybe. As we've done, the bigger the model kit gets, or the bigger the creature, the color changes on their carapace. So we've gone from, say like this guy here, one of the warriors, smaller size, they still have the red carapace like some of the smaller critters. So, and then the Hive Tyrants and the other models similar size will have the green carapace. So there's this guy with the snow effects. I'm not sure if I've shown him before, but if you look at the tip of that, I did used water effects and did an icicle technique on it. I did that to most of the models. I'm out of it right now, so I couldn't do it on the Hive Tyrant, but I'll try and get some more later and do it. Same thing for the Brood Lord. He's got little icicle effects on him too, coming off the tip of his base. I'm holding the camera at the same time, so it's really hard to do all this, and that's probably why it's so wobbly. I apologize. I'm working, guys. I'm working on getting a better setup and doing things better. Earlier today I was working on a live stream stuff just to mess around, but so yeah, here's this guy more. This is the one that started it all, but this is the first one I painted up for her. And that led into this further business, this crazy business that we got going on. Back to Mr. Hive Tyrant, Swarm Lord. Same technique. He is fully magnetized. All the different arms and guns and stuff. Okay, so come on here and remove the swords. And here is one of his cannon things. So it snips on there really well. I like the snow effects, putting the snow effects all over everything. I just can't wait to get the icicles done. What's really cool about her fleet and the way she wants it, these guys are shooting out like frost blasts, like plasma blasts of pure cold energy. And then we got cut this off. Where is the last two sword arms? I like these two because it looks like he's like sideways slashing. And then the big one. There we go. So that is the Swarm Lord variant. We didn't magnetize the head, but we pinned it on. So that way we can switch and alternate. See if I can... There we go. There's a close-up of his head. This effect I achieved by accident on his crown, on his horn, I guess. I tend to, when I paint things, I'll midway through, I'll spray it with a light matte varnish. And I guess on the head, I got a little too much on there. So when I did the blue wash, the Prussian blue wash over everything, I noticed it started to flake off after it dried. So what I did after that was I quickly reset more varnish on it so it wouldn't go away. But it also gave it this nice effect, this weird effect. And then I went back and added the white highlights and stuff. Here's the other head. This is her favorite, and I like this one a lot too. But this is her favorite head. This is the one she wants to use the most. But that effect that it gave, it's just, it's really cool to me. It's like a big, I picture it as like a giant chunk of heavy duty ice. And those darker areas are where it's more dense. I don't know. It's just something, it looks cool, personally. Don't want to toot my own horn. But I didn't paint his eyes. Look at that. You notice stuff every day. So, what I'm going to do now is, we'll show you real quick this guy. Another one of hers. More of the snow bases. We actually have one more of the gaunts painted up, but he's not mounted yet. And he doesn't have his snow effects on him yet either because he's not mounted on a base. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause the video and set him up. And actually, I won't. That way you can kind of see how I did things. So, here's this. Let's take these off. How about we get focused? Let's get in focus. All right, so that comes off. Now you've seen before, this piece here is the one that I cast up, that I made myself. So that way I can swap and alternate and whatnot. Where we have like this constantly set up, we have a body. And then over here, well, let's just talk about the base first. So here we have the base for the Hive Tyrant. It's like a giant snowdrift. Imagine it being like a stump under here or something, and rocks and snow and stuff built up on it. And here comes a little gaunt busting out of it. I just had an extra gaunt that was all broken up. You know, his claws are all damaged, so we stuck him in there just to fill it out. So we have the Hive Tyrant, the flying Hive Tyrant, mounted on top of that, which gives him some height, some mega height. But it's done the same way with that pinned torso, or pinned midsection piece. Whoop. Sorry about that, guys. I will probably edit that out. So he has that pinned torso piece. So this sticks right on it, and it goes on super easy, super easy. So, and then the magnetization involves pinning as well. So if you see here's one of the wings. There's a magnet there, as well as a pin. And then up in here on the torso, which I'll take it off to make it easier, there's a hole that you guide it in, and then once it goes in, the magnet takes hold. We have that set for both sides of the same way. And the pin. And then the hole. Oh. Oh. Ah. There we go. And then there's that. Now, see if I can get it back in the hole up here. Then we'll put the fancy schmancy head on. Now we are worried a little bit about it getting too top heavy, but I might need to put some extra weight on the base, like underneath it, get some metal. Got tons of scrap metal around here. I can use some sheet metal or something and put it underneath the bottom of the base and help it kind of stick a little easier. Here are the big claws. So and there you go. There is the flying Hive Tyrant. Now eventually I might get... We had a second kit for a minute because we got the getting started one, but she opted to put that up on eBay since she already had this one all magnetized out, and it sold for $40. So we're gonna use that money and get her something else. We just haven't quite decided what we're gonna get her yet. But yeah, here's this in all its majestic glory. I really like the way it turned out. I like all the magnetization and stuff. I like this look is my favorite, I think, with the claws and everything. We even have the whatever this is, I'm sure it's the toxin sac or something. It's pinnable, so it pins on the back of the head. I'm not gonna do it right this second, but you can kind of see it in there. Where it goes right behind there. Nope. Oh my goodness. So yeah, it would go right up on top there. There's a hole. And then it pins itself. It'll pin in there. It better not pin itself. That's creepy. So, anyway, this is the Hive Tyrant. This is what we have done of her fleet. I mean, we're slow going, man. But I bought a bunch of stuff for me, and she's been busy with school, so we haven't got much else done on her fleet lately. That's why she's kind of running slow on her terrain circle challenge, but I ain't gonna rush her. I don't want her to get bored and overwhelmed of this. And then her biggest thing right now is she takes after me, and when she's not happy with something, it kind of slows her down a lot and breaks her down a lot. So it's something I took me some time getting over. So I just do my best at keeping her up and telling her everything's looking good and you're going to be all right. You're going to learn and get better. So anyway, guys, I'm going to add some stills at the end of this. And like I said, I'll add that link to the other video on how I did those bases. Thanks, guys, so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. I really hope you enjoyed this. At the end of the video, like I said, I'll add those pictures on there. Y'all are awesome. Thank you so much for everything. Y'all rock. I hope you have a wonderful, happy nerd life, my friends.